Okay, so hey guys and welcome back to another Access 72 video, and in today's video I'm back with another interview and I'm here with Ryan Hearst. Ryan, how are we?
I'm all good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thank you very much for coming on the channel, mate.
No problem, anytime.
Great, and so am I right in saying you're a 23-year-old super welterweight who's 1-0?
Yes.
Okay, nice one. Well, if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do need a like video, and let's get straight into it. So, I'm going to start off with the question which I always like to start off with. Why did you start boxing?
When I started boxing, when I originally started, I was a kid, really, really young, but I was just overweight. I got signed up to amateur. I weren't any good as a kid, I don't think. But then my coach got Alzheimer's, and then just put loads of weight on. It wasn't until I was about 15, 16 when I got back into boxing. But I weighed about 17.5 stone, so when I started, it was just to drop the weight. I always wanted to fight, but obviously I can't be fighting that weight. I'll be heavyweight. So I was just dropping the weight first. And then after like a few years, my coach said, hey, you're training every day. You dropped a lot of weight. You're committed. Do you want to fight? And I said, yeah, I do.
Great.
So I get into that way.
And so do you remember what happened in your first amateur fight?
It wasn't actually amateur. I went down on a licensed route. I didn't fight
Okay.
But my first unlicensed fight, it was in Coventry Skydome. And I can remember, do you know what, when I watch it back, my head was moving constantly. I think I got hit with barely anything. I got a nosebleed. And I didn't know how the boxing fights were scored at that point, so I thought I lost. And I can remember that was like an eye-opener to realise how hard it was. I won it comfortably. When I watch it back, there was no way I would have lost it. But it was a complete eye-opener to how hard boxing actually is.
Definitely. And so how many unlicensed fights did you have?
25 in total.
25, that's a good amount. And so why did you end up turning professional when you did?
I went to my old coach's best mate. He was professional, and so my old coach was Ian. He went to his best mate Joe, who was a professional. Said they basically had a chat, seeing if I could go to his old gym, just see if his coach could have a look at me and see where I'm at. And slowly, I was only going there once, twice a week. I'd always get there earlier, just slowly building my name up, because at the beginning he didn't really, being from unlicensed background, I don't want to know you. Just slowly building up the relationship. And then he came to watch one or two of my fights. I had a talk with Carl Greaves, and I got offered a 3-year contract.
Great. And so so far you've just kind of got the one fight and the one win, and that was your debut. And so how well do you think you performed in that fight?
I think I did well. I could have done more. I know that I'm not going to big myself up. I can do a lot more, but I did. I was doing enough. I did enough. It was different on the night. Not like it's just getting used to the 3-minute rounds in a fight. I was used to the long rounds anyway. Longer rounds. I didn't want to gas out earlier, so I thought let's just be wary a little bit. Didn't gas out, but I felt I could have put a bit more. Knowing that for the next fight, more than comfortable to press a bit more.
Definitely. There's always good amounts of things to learn after your debut.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, I mean, you've been around boxing for a while now then, if you started when you were quite young. And so what would you say is kind of motivating you at the moment?
Lots of things. I've got a lot of goals in my head. I've got a lot of people to prove. I've got a lot of family and friends relying on me in order to make it. So I don't want to be slacking. I want to make sure I give everything. Do you know, one thing I don't want is to look back in my career or in life or anything and go, oh, I have regrets. So I just want to give it all now. If I don't make anything of it, I'm not talking negative, but say if nothing came from it, I want to look at the end and say I couldn't have done anything more. Or what I'd want to happen is I want to look back and say it all paid off. Look at what I did with my situation.
Definitely, that is a great mindset. And so you kind of touched on working with Carl Greaves already, but what is it like working with him and his promotion?
It's all good. I haven't spoke to him too much in person. I've seen him a couple of times, but he's a good lad. Good man.
Great. And so you've got this upcoming fight. I believe it's 11th of March. And
Yes.
so how's preparations been going for that?
more than well. Do you know, like, I'm one of them gym rats. I can't get out of the gym over Christmas. I'm running on Christmas Day. I'm sticking to training 2-3 times a day. I'm more than ready for this. More than ready. And you know, as soon as the gym came back and everyone else comes back from Christmas and New Year's, atmosphere comes back, get another boost. So I'm more than ready.
Great. And so for anybody who didn't watch your first fight and might be coming to watch this next fight, what would you say kind of makes you interesting as a fighter?
I'd say a lot of people neglect going down to the bottom. Not everyone, but a lot of people headhunt a lot. I think I'm very entertaining where the harder the fight, the actual better I perform. The more competitive it is, because then if they land a good shot, I'm going to land 2-3 more back. I can take a shot. I'm very aggressive and I work the body and the head.
Great. And so, I mean, you're right at the very start of your career at the moment. And so how far do you believe you can go?
I believe I can go all the way. I've got the right mindset. I believe I can go all the way.
Definitely. It's good to hear. Okay, well, I'll leave it with this final question, which I always like to ask. You've got a little bit of a platform here. Would you like to shout anything out?
Oh, I've got a few sponsors. Let's see if I can remember. Okay, I got TML Solicitors. I got Respect Fitness, Jerem's Fitness, Evolution Fitness, a lot of fitnesses. I've got Discount Carpets and Flooring, and George Hyman Massage and Recovery.
Great. Okay, nice one then, mate. Well, it seems like I might be able to come down to that fight. So maybe after the fight, if you would be up for a live interview there, we could try do that.
100%, we'll get it done.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you very much again, mate.
No worries. Anytime. I'm sure I'll be catching you around soon.
Yes. Great. Okay. Well, if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do need like the video, and thanks for watching.